For $38,000, what kind of luxuries do you get in this new 2024 Subaru Forester Touring? We're about to find out right now, so stay tuned. Coming to the interior, this is where the Touring trim level really shines. This is only $38,000, keep in mind, but this has a lot more luxuries than the $41,000 Toyota RAV4 Limited. Starting with the door panel, we have a nice soft touch plastic, nice genuine leather, and white contrast stitching. All of our switch gear that has a very nice, interesting design, and a chrome-ish door handle. We also have 2 memory seats, an interesting rubber texture, and storage at the bottom. Coming to the seats, these are real perforated leather seats with 8 ways of power adjustment, and we don't have door sills on this model, unlike the RAV4. Getting inside is super easy, just like the RAV4. And first impressions, this is a nice car. We have really good visibility, seats are really comfortable, and it kind of looks like they ran out of room down here. As far as the steering wheel goes, this is a heated leather wrap steering wheel. This leather actually feels a little bit harder than I expected. You have the horn button right there. And coming to the gauge clusters, we have a mostly analog display with a small digital display in the middle. As far as materials go, we have soft touch plastic up here, 2 screens right here, some of that interesting rubber feeling, white contrast stitching, more of that weird rubber. I just don't even know what that is. And we have some gloss black around the shifter and on the shifter itself. Now taking a look at storage, this is really where the RAV4 shines, but this Forester also does not disappoint. You do have a little area right there, maybe to put a smaller phone, 2 cup holders, little storage tray right there, and you can lift this up for a center console. It is a bit narrow, and I would say the RAV4 is the winner if you need storage. Coming to the infotainment system, we have a 2-screen display, which is actually really helpful because you can actually put the forward-facing camera up there and the backup camera right there at the same time, which I think is pretty cool. You also have basic things like the temperature, and you can scroll through that and see different things like the weather and all of that. Now, with this other display, it's Subaru's latest display. You have an actual CD player right there, which I haven't seen in newer cars for a long time. I love how the buttons are illuminated. That looks really cool. And you have wired Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Now, you also have 2 stages of heated seats, which is a nice thing to have because, like, even though it looks outdated, this is like much easier to use, and plus, you get seat warmers all the time. Now, coming to the backup camera, when you put it in reverse, you get a normal backup camera, active trajectory. You don't get a 360 view, which is disappointing, and this camera is kind of low resolution. So with the RAV4 having better resolution and a 360 view, if you're used to that, you can't really go back, and that's what we've experienced in the past. Also, when you shift it into reverse, I don't know if you can see, but the mirrors will fold down. Now up here, it looks like they had to put some things up here because they ran out of room down there, but you have a larger moonroof, not quite a panoramic sunroof, but it is a little bit larger than a normal one. The Subaru Forester has always been a great competitor when it comes to the second row. You have a lot of room, and it's so easy to get in and out because the doors basically come out 90 degrees. Now, we have nice materials like this soft touch plastic, contrast stitching, basically the same as the front. You do have a little bit less storage though. Now the seats are very comfortable, and this is a very nice place to spend time. And unlike the RAV4, you have double seat back pockets. The RAV4 only has one seat back pocket on the passenger side, which is kind of disappointing. I don't know who tried to design this because it looks really stupid the way it just flops down. I'm not a fan of that at all. And you also have 2 stages of heated seats. As I was saying, this is not a full panoramic sunroof. However, it does go back quite a bit, and it's a lot different than a normal panoramic sunroof. Coming to the cargo area, people have mixed impressions on this because you have a good amount of room back here, but not quite as good as something like the CR-V or RAV4. You have hands-free access, but for now I'm just gonna do the normal way. So you have about 29.8 cubic feet of cargo room. In this area, you have an extra speaker, and if you lift this up, you don't really get anything. You have a little cubby right over here, and you can easily fold down the seats by just pulling that lever. That's really handy because in most cars you have to go all the way to the second row and fold down each seat individually, but in this Forester you just pull a little lever, which is really nice. We also have a cargo cover so that no one can look in your window and see what kind of stuff you have back there if you don't want to get robbed. And well, that's about it. To close the trunk, you can normally close it, or you can close it and lock it.